Oh, we got some Godzilla vs. Kong news. I love doing some Godzilla vs. Kong stuff. Side note, I'm back, obviously. I'm very, very tired. I look very, very tired. I sound very, very tired. But we're still here. We're still going to talk about Godzilla vs. Kong news because Nozuki, which was a monster which was rumoured for, the movie, now has a different name. Don't overly care why. Like, I'm not going to say, there's a reason why. No, it's a massive problem. I don't particularly care. I think it's just toy companies changing the licensing and then trying to cater more towards the Western market. But we're going to get into it now. Okay, so this article is linked down below in the description box, and it all came revealed because of the Playmates toys. There was a whole bunch of spoilers in the Playmates toys. Not a huge spoiler for this one, to be fair. We knew that they'd face off against Titans. This is a new Titan. It's really not that inventive. It's neither here nor there for me, this design. But basically, it goes on to say, we finally have an official reveal of the new snake-like Titan being introduced in Godzilla vs. Kong when it hits theatres, and has a new name. Remember, it's called Nozuki normally. Nozuki. Bear that in mind. The glimpse is an image that comes from Playmates box art for the GVK line. It was shared on Instagram by SB Toys, who posts regularly about action figures from Godzilla to Marvel. Now, do you want to see the epic name change? Warbat with Osprey. Oh, god damn. Could there be any more uninventive? It's called Warbat with Osprey. Like I said, I think it looks fine. Like I quite like the look of this Titan. I think the design is pretty damn cool. It's basically a snake with some wings. That's it. But I really like it. I think it's cool. I think there's a lot you could do with it. I think it'll be interesting as well because, in the Kong prequel to Godzilla vs. Kong, we have Kong going up against Kamazots or Kamazots, which is a bat-like Titan. It's essentially, a giant bat. So I do find it surprising that they're then throwing in another bat. But maybe it's because they saw that, people would be interested in Kamazots and then they wanted to put a bit of it in, I guess, maybe. I don't know. But the name change is odd. Like, to go from Nozuki to Warbat with, obviously, Osprey seems very strange to me. But anyway, it continues. It says its name is now Warbat, which is a lot more memorable. And we'll probably sell more toys. Is it memorable? Is it really? Nozuki seems much more interesting, at the very least. But they are right, the article writers, banning into comics, are right that it will probably sell more toys as a result. Now it continues and says that the new Nom de Guerre is also further proof that this thing can fly. There you go. It can definitely fly. Can definitely fly. Note the red-finned wings and the curvature of its tail. So probably use that to sort of pounce up into the sky, and then it will sort of take off from there, by the sounds of it. That's what it looks like, anyway. Now, GodzillaMovies.com, which is notorious spoilers and clickbait, or can be sometimes. I've covered some of their sort of news roundups before, and as much as they look fine, and they are fine, the comments that come through that say, they're not good, they're not good, they're not good. They're just clickbait, etc., etc. But they basically say that Warbat is the new title for the Nozuki, seen sparingly among the figures in the leaks from the Hong Kong Expo earlier this year. That Titan was very similar in appearance, says the site, except for different paint apps and different head sculpt, and of course, the different name, which makes sense. But if they're looking to market it to the Western market, which I personally think they are, that's why. That's why we'll get that. Now it goes on and says that they also find it interesting that Legendary and Warner Brothers saw fit to change the name for whatever reason. It may have sounded too much like the name of Godzilla's unexplained nephew in the Hanna-Barbera cartoon, Godzilla, who also had fins for wings. But that's probably where they took it from, right? So why wouldn't they want to keep it? Come on now, behave. Bitch, please. Bitch, please. Anyway, we continue, right? Godzilla was so silly that they could have decided that they didn't want their new fearsome creature confused with him. He's gonna be throwaway! Why do people keep thinking... Look, it's gonna be a throwaway monster, right? It's gonna just establish Kong and Godzilla being a threat, and then it's gonna be a throwaway. That's all. Okay? Now, it says that it already draws comparisons to the monster from the Fox Kids Godzilla animated series based on the maligned 1998 film, which is a funny sequel, if you're going to see it as a sequel. And it also takes off somewhere from where the original 1998 film sort of left off and how they were setting up the new babies and things like that. I didn't hate it, but whatever. The Warbat, like Godzilla, hasn't been explained, as its origins are still a mystery. It could dwell within the Hollow Earth, beneath Skull Island. Now, I think what annoys me the most, right, is when we look at this design, it just looks like another version of a skull crawler, doesn't it? So you've got these skull crawlers down there in Skull Island, 2 hands, 2 arms, sort of, you know. Oh, it's not really bipedal, but you get what I mean. And then now you've got this, again, serpent-like tail, just like the skull crawlers. No arms or appendages this time, but then a firm, like, wings. It seems unimaginative. Guys, we had the awesome behemoth in the last one. I thought it was awesome, and now you got this. Come on, get a bit imaginative. And I think that is where my main concern is that it is very much like a skull crawler. But anyway, we continue. So, obviously, you know, it could be beneath Skull Island. Plausible, since speculation suggests, you know, it fights Kong, which is what we think it is. It might also be the results of experiments to create a man-made titan. Now, that is interesting. Could they do that? Could they have captured a... Oh, what could they have captured? A skull crawler, maybe? And then worked it back retroactively with genetic material? Potentially. Now, obviously, the article says that we don't quite know what happens to Ghidorah's severed head. The appendage may grow into the serpent monster. Unlikely. But, you know, a leak that they reported on claimed Ghidorah is chained up and guarded well while he regenerates. Now, that's something which I have heard, or I have read, that is what they're going to be doing. But it was framed as like a big, almost like a temple. You know, like he's kind of chained up with all the sort of, you know, lightning and thunder going on in the background that he's obviously, you know, synonymous with now. But none of this. Oh, just the head is chained up. So that I find surprising. Ghidorah's power has a chance of being an influence over Kong or Mechagodzilla, but a full-blown reconstituted Monster Zero probably won't be ready for action, mechanized or not. Now, Warbat, I told you I was tired, joins the Godzilla and Kong 11-inch and 6-inch toys revealed via Walmart listings. Godzilla vs. Kong will hopefully see its final destination in theatres in May 2021. Such a shame. We'd have been out in a few months by now. Oh my god. Such a shame. Such a shame. Now it's got to be delayed, guys. We're delaying it further and further and further. But anyway, right. The short of it is, right, Warbat is, you know, Nozuki, okay? And this is what it looks like. Not terrible, by any stretch. Can't really get a detailed shot on the face, so I don't know whether that's one sort of like lower jaw or if it's going to be like a mandibles, but the upper mandibles are not there. There's just an actual jaw and it sort of comes away. Who knows? I don't hate the design. I think the design's fine. I think with enough of a distance, it could look really, really good. There you go. There's my thoughts. There's a quick sort of, you know, bit of news. What do you think? Let me know down below in the comment section. If you're new here, please do hit subscribe. If you stayed this long, please do hit that like button. Guys, I know I'm tired. I know. But I'm still trying to push through and do just a little bit of content for you today. So please do give it a like and a share. Thank you all so much, though, guys. If you wanted to know anything about my film, which I have, that's where I've been. You know, that's where I've been. Sorry. Yeah, it went very, very well. I'm not going to get cocky and say it's going to look absolutely great, because who knows? Post-production takes ages. But from what I could see from the dailies, I was impressed. I genuinely thought it was pretty good. So anyway, thank you all so much. Take care.